Welcome, Argonaut fans, to this week's edition of the Argonaut Weekly. I'm joined here with head baseball coach Mike Jeffcoat. The Argonauts taking the opening series on the road at Flagler College. Coach, a tough loss on Friday night, but you bounced back and picked back-to-back wins. Talk a little bit about the opening series.
Well, I mean, obviously we have a lot of new players, and I think they're a little nervous, as they should be, and with anxiety and a little bit of jitters, and first game of the year, and it's a lot different than inter-squad. And playing under the lights had a little bit of effect. It was tough picking up the ball, and we didn't swing the bats well Friday night, but you got to give their pitcher a lot of credit. Arnold, he beat us here last year, so I think he's beat us 2 or 3 times in his career. He's a 90-91 guy, and kept us off balance, and it was tough. But we battled back at the end of that game, and I was real pleased with that. Came up a run short, and then bounced back on Saturday to get on the win column and kind of set the tone going into Sunday for the rubber match game. I was very pleased with the pitching. Got all 10 pitchers that we took with us in the game. They all served great roles and did their job and pitched out of some, pretty big jams. I think yesterday's game, Flagler left 18 base runners, and as their coach was kind enough to tell me after the game, he gave a lot of credit to our pitchers pitching out of those jams, and so I was real pleased with that, and I thought we picked up the offense more yesterday. Weren't hitting on all cylinders, but very solid weekend, and always pleased to come out with the series win, 2 out of 3. Flagler's always had a solid ball club, and Dave Barnett does a terrific job. So we're happy with the win, but we got to obviously continue to improve. We're not clicking on all cylinders like last year's team, but that's okay. And a lot of guys are trying to fill each other out. And one of the big things is that only competition can bring is building trust in the coaches and the players by performance, and letting guys know that you can count on me or what have you. And so that's still going through the process.
You talked about the pitchers doing a good job. Stevens did a great job on Sunday in Game 3. He had runners on second and third, nobody out in the first 2 innings, and was able to get out of those big jams. And then the bullpen was just unbelievable. You had Bryson coming in Game 1. Ellington came in on Sunday, and he picked up the win. And everybody out of the pen just did a good job. Talk a little bit about how strong the bullpen is and how deep it is this year.
It's probably the deepest. You always think you have potential for deep staff. We certainly saw that potential in this staff, and so far they've shown that ability to go 8, 9 deep, guys that can help this team, and each of them bring a little bit of different dynamic and look from the mound, which is good to kind of offset the pitchers as I bring them in behind one another. We have 5 left-handers and 5 right-handers. I mean, it's we threw a lot of lefties, and I think their hitters were ready to see a few right-handers, and the right-handers like Dan Husum and obviously Ellington yesterday, and Bobby Parker came in and got the save on Saturday, pitched an inning and a third, was outstanding, and they're all buying into their role, and they understand that they're not all going to get the start, and they may not get the number of innings they need or want, but if they can do their job and pitch as a staff, we're going to win a lot of ball games. So their job is to keep our team in the game and minimize the damage and give our offense a chance. So we like what we see so far.
The offense struggled a little bit this week, and you would like to have seen a little more production from them. But you had a couple players step up. Josh Huggins had some big games, a couple RBI hits this week. Dustin Solomon leading the team this year. That's a new guy, came in, and he's swinging the bat really well. You had Michael Tomlinson, true freshman, got some playing time yesterday. He had a good base knock to left field. And you really got a lot of position players in the game, and it seems like they got some good quality at bats yesterday. Talk a little bit how the offense is starting to get on the right track.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, Michael Tomlinson, Solomon, Huggins had a good day yesterday, struggled the first 2 games a little bit. We have a lot of depth at different positions, and we were trying to get as many guys looks as we can early on in the season because of how even they were competition-wise going into the first game. And so, that's one of the big challenges for us as a coaching staff, is giving guys the opportunity to show that they can help the team win, all in the team concept. And so we mixed a lot of guys in there this weekend, and certainly guys that have played well through the fall and spring and earned the right to get playing time are going to get their shot, and hopefully they can keep improving and learning from the things that we made mistakes on this weekend. Always hitting on the road in a different environment and all that, it's tough than hitting at home and what you're used to. But, they got to make some adjustments, and certainly seeing the breaking balls and all that kind of stuff in game competition when it counts changes things a little bit. But we feel good about our offense, and certainly they showed signs of that, and we look to continue to improve on that.
Well, the Argonauts look to continue their success as they open at home this weekend against Rollins College, a doubleheader on Saturday and Game 3 on Sunday. You can follow all that live here at GoArgos.com.